lot of rotation out there, especially tonight with the four guys. Just every time I looked, it seemed like there was a different mid-center attacking midfield.
So we might as well been playing musical chairs.
Right.
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 So there's nothing brilliant about it. Yeah, I mean, we have had guys out of position play very well, and we have a lot of flexibility. And believe me, anything we didn't work out in the first half, we solved some of those things in the second half. And some of the things I tried that didn't work we'll address this week. So, but to be honest, it was a bit of chaos, and I was just trying to figure out a way to get a hold of the ball a bit more, be a little bit better defensively. My concern in the first half was they were dribbling through our lines pretty easy. We weren't compact enough in the midfield areas. We weren't recovering. Every time they hit a long ball, our top guys were slow to come back and pick up secondary balls. When we hit the long ball and they won the header, we weren't pushing our lines out. Like, we got stretched and we were played through central areas, which for us doesn't happen as often as it did tonight. But it happened against Phoenix. Good passing team. Charleston, a good passing team. And we're going to play other good passing teams. So that's a clear area. How do we stop the penetration? We frankly stopped penetration against the MLS teams better than we did in the last two league games. So we're going to have to address that. That's just something we'll clean up. Yet today was, you have the goal. It's not going great. They didn't have a ton of clear looks, but 35 minutes, I'm like, I just hope we can get to halftime, because we can tighten some things up. And I thought we were pretty good the first 20-25 minutes of the second half. I thought we were good enough to frustrate them that we'd gotten the second goal sooner. What was the time when we got second goal?
84?
Yeah,
84.
I thought there was a goal in it, and when we didn't have it by the 75th minute, I was like, we didn't get a second goal. And I don't, we were, the last 10 minutes or so, they were still creating chances. They were still putting balls in our box. They were still getting corner kicks. And you could see the quality of their service. I mean, it's nice to see we're defending those well, but, let's be honest, our team had given up one of the fewest shots against in the entire league. But tonight, I'm guessing they had 15 shots or so. I don't know.
13. Less than that, I think.
What?
13.
So there's games we're giving up 5, 6, 7, and only 1 or 2 on target. Today, we gave more chances. And part of it's Charleston, part of it is us. We need to get better, but also I think, listen, you didn't have a week. We didn't have, our legs in every spot. So some of it is wear and tear. So we look at it, take what we can from it, but we got to kind of, not over obsess with this game or the Phoenix game, and then look at, all right, now we get a week. How do we get their legs back? How do we get back in an area where we're consistently solid, and then how do we build on that platform? Because I think, if these games were on the road tonight or Phoenix, I don't know if, but you get the home crowd's been great. The crowds have been great. The energy they're providing, and they're keeping guys going, and that's been a big part of the success. Seriously, I feel the energy. I know the players are feeling it. They're willing. They're willing the guys to keep going, and they're seeing the success. They're seeing the team score big goals. Fortunately, we have a good stretch of home games, and hopefully we can keep getting results at home, and we'll do what we can. We've been pretty difficult, or pretty good on the road as well. So we go to Oakland. I wish it was a bus trip. It's allowed in
Not
some
bad,
ways, but
Oakland.
we'll go to Oakland and then we'll fly back cross country and then a week later. But at least it's once a week, and it'll feel a little bit more normal. It's been a whirlwind, and so the fact that we've been able to handle it, I always said it's not what we do during the Cup. The Cup, we needed the chaos. Frankly, that win in New England built confidence, gave guys chances, and we grew as a team. So we've had all this achievement and growing and excitement. We burned that physical energy, that mental energy. Now what defines us is what are we going to do, the next 6 weeks after the Cup. It's done. What do we do in the next 6 weeks with some injury issues, and how do we maintain it during this really difficult stretch? Because good teams will find a way to do that. We got to scratch and claw and stay at or near the top, so that when we get to those last 10 games, we're in a good position.